Wow, look at that. Now, this is a keeper. Hello, plant people. Nora, the Leca Queen here. This box arrived from a nursery and I haven't opened it yet. Now, before we go ahead and do the unboxing, I want to tell you something about the nursery's name because it's not just a name. It's a clue. It tells you before the box is even open roughly what's waiting inside. The nursery is called Habit, H-A-B-I-T. Hoyas, aeroids, begonias in terrariums. That's not a coincidence. That's their entire identity in one word. How clever is that? So we already know that, we have an idea of what plants are going to be in here. We just don't know what species, how rare they are, and whether any of them are actually going to adapt well in semi-hydroponics. Now, as you know, a mystery box is always a gamble, but it really matters who's doing the packing. This box right here was put together by Kate and Callum. They're Melbourne-based growers, both trained, both seriously experienced, and working with rare plants every day. So I am going in expecting collector plants. No pressure, Kate. Not every day available at your local big box store type plants. So anywho, enough talk. Let's open the box and see what they sent. The thing I love about this mystery plant box series is I'm getting so many boxes from so many different type nurseries, and it's so interesting to see the different forms of packaging. So this is one box. Thank the Lord. I don't have like 12 plants like I got last time, so it's not going to be as high pressure, I don't think. But I love that it's a lovely cardboard box, and I love the branding on there. So that says live plants, keep out of the sun, and it says Habit plants on there, and there's a little Habit plants on there. The artwork for this nursery is just sublime. Let's get into it. Oh, it's almost a crime to have to destroy that. But it's interesting how this is actually seems like it's two boxes, one taped to the other. So I'm expecting a big plant, maybe an aeroid, maybe. I don't know. Oh, I can't wait to get it open. Right, that is. Oh, loving this. I love a box that has little instructions there. Look at that. It's the thoughtfulness of it all. Got one there. Got another one there. Four plants, and in there again is that packaging, and that's just the box. So easy. And in this, there's no plastic at all, which is really awesome. That was probably maybe the easiest unboxing I've ever done. Nothing was strapped down, so I didn't have to start struggling with the box and the thing. So that was pretty cool. But here we are. We got four plants. I'll leave the biggest to last. We'll start from small and we'll go to the bigger ones. So this is the smallest little plant. So again, I have no idea what they've sent, and that is wrapped up in that paper-based tape as well. No idea what they've sent. I just hope it's something that I can actually work with and not get egg on my face. Lovingly packed. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's a Hoya. I think throughout this whole series, we haven't had a Hoya. We have not had a Hoya, and that's been so bad because, if you've been watching my channel for any period of time, you will know that I love Hoyas. So that's lovely and reusable. And this is a Hoya finlaysonii. Look at that gorgeous. Just look at how so healthy that plant looks. It looks absolutely beautiful, and it's wrapped up in that plastic, and I'm told that is biodegradable plastic as well. So I'm not going to open that because I don't want to have that potting mix or whatever plant is growing in all over my table. But that is a Hoya, and it is a decent size as well. Very good size. So I guess this is indicative of the kind of plant that you would get if you went off and got your plant from Habit Plants. This is really, really nice. I love it. And the fact that it's big like this means that when I put it up, it's just going to look beautiful. You know, I could put a trellis on there immediately and it's just going to really look amazing. So for this, it's a Hoya. In my experience, Hoyas have been so easy for me. Hoyas, I just wash them, wash the roots. The roots usually tend to be very, very robust. Wash the roots, chuck the plant in Leca, direct method, no problem. It doesn't give me any issues at all. And actually with Hoyas, I've actually done Hoyas where I've taken off all the roots, right? If you don't want to deal with any roots, you can take off all the roots, put it straight into the Leca or whatever medium, semi-hydroponic medium you're using, and they grow. It grows so well. Honestly, Hoyas are just like my favorite. I've actually done a video. If you haven't watched that video, it'll be linked in the description below or up above somewhere. And so because I've got this plant from Habit, right? There's a little thing there that says Habit. Because I've got this plant from Habit, I'm actually thinking that instead of using Leca this time, I might use my mineral blend. And the only reason I'll use the mineral blend, it works well in Leca, don't get me wrong. The only reason I want to use the mineral blend is because I use a mineral blend from Habit Plants. So Habit Plants don't just do plants, they do substrates as well. And they've got a beautiful substrate, which is a mineral blend that, in my mind, is a fabulous substitute for pon. For those of you who love to use pon, this is a great substitute and it's not something you have to look for so long. And of course, again, Habit Plants is in Australia. I don't think they would be shipping their mineral blend to the US. So I'm sorry for those of you who are not in Australia, but I use their mineral blend whenever I want to put a plant in a mineral blend that's like pon. So I'll put that in there just to have that continuity, you know, mineral blend from Habit Plants, plant from Habit Plants, and have that continue. So yay! I love my Hoya. Hoya, Hoya, Hoya. Let's get into this next one and see what they have graced me with. I hope it's nothing difficult because like I have said many times, so when I do my brief to the nurseries for this series, I say to them, send me what you want. It doesn't matter what it is, it doesn't matter how many they are, but try and give me at least one or two that might be a little bit tricky in semi-hydro just to challenge me a little bit. So I'll show it to you before I see it. Looks like it might be a Hoya. No? No? No! It is not a Hoya. Look at that gorgeous beauty. Oh my gosh. That is, I don't know. This is an Anthurium polydactylum. An Anthurium. It's got many fingers. Poly. 1, 2, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's got 7 of those. Is 7 lucky? I hope 7's the lucky one. But this is an Anthurium, and you can see it's already got those crazy area roots growing all over the place. I haven't had this Anthurium before, so I don't know what is going to happen. I do know that Anthuriums have been very easy transitions for me. I'll just take it out of the pot, take the soil off, wash it off and put it directly into Leca, and those roots go insane. I'll show you. I've got an Anthurium that I got from, I don't even know what nursery this is now. I've done so many of these videos. I can't remember where I got what. I think this might have been from Uprooted, I think. This is an Anthurium. It was a purple flower. Purple something, Zuzu something. I can't remember its exact name. But when I got this plant, I put it straight into Leca and look at that. Look at the root systems there. Plant just going absolutely insane. Insane. And it's actually, look at that purple flower. It looks so beautiful. So yeah, I've had this plant for a while now, definitely over 3 months, because Uprooted was one of the first nurseries I did. And it's going really well. So this is not one of those velvety Anthuriums that needs you to have like 100% humidity and light and all the rest of this kind of malarkey that I'm not willing to do, quite frankly, and that's why I don't have those Anthuriums. This is a nice, easy one. I love it. I really do. And I'm really hoping that this one is going to be a little bit like that. I don't know. So because I haven't had it before, I have no experience. But I also think I might need to put a lovely little trellis, you know, like the trellises I got from Habit Plants, like maybe, or maybe even, let me show you this one. This is my little Monstera albo. And this one I've got living on one of my Lego-based trellises, and this one is from Vertigrow actually, and I've actually got a little wild style living on there. She's living there. It looks so awesome, doesn't it? So can you imagine this plant on something like this? I think I might do that. It'll look really, really yummy and awesome. So anyway, coming back to my Anthurium, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I will do, this is direct method for sure. I'm not sure whether I want to put it in Leca or in the mineral blend. I think it will be neither here nor there, to be honest. I think those roots are very robust. Putting it in Leca will work just fine. And I'll put it, if I do put it in the mineral blend, it's only because I just want to for Habit Plants continuity's sake. Okay, so next one. Right, so you guys can tell me what it is. There. Ooh, Hoya, maybe? Yes! That. Oh my gosh. Honestly, the size of these Hoyas is actually quite something. Normally when you buy a Hoya from a store, like, you know, at least the ones that I've seen anyway, they tend to be quite small. I love how these are actually quite big. So Kate and Callum actually grow their plants in their own greenhouses, and I've been fortunate enough to actually visit them and to see these Hoyas and all these plants actually growing. I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct. Callum is the one that focuses on the Hoya growing, and Kate is the begonia, aeroids, and, you know, terrarium-y type specialist. And so I've actually been to where they grow these plants. I've seen them grow, and I can vouch for them 100%. Ooh, I don't have this one. This is a Hoya. Hang on. Is that an R or an M? It looks like an R. It's a Hoya arnottiana. Arnottiana. I have not seen this Hoya before. I love big leaved Hoyas. I really, really do. Look at that. Just they just look so amazing. Their Hoyas are really amazing. See, that's the other one, and that's this one. So good size, really, really good size. This obviously needs to go on a trellis immediately because it's already doing the vining thing, and that right there is the newest leaf, looking beautiful. So for this one, again, I'll do the exact same thing that I'm going to do with that other one. Easy. Wash off the roots, and I don't know, maybe just to make it a little bit more interesting, I will take all the roots off this one, and I will keep the roots on that one, and I will put both of them in the mineral blend. I might just do that. And if you're interested in seeing the exact step-by-step of how I actually transition all these plants, like not just, you know, the 30 days, but seeing the step-by-step, that video is going to be living at thelecaqueen.com. Take a look. It's going to be really interesting. But yes, I quite like that idea. I might do that just to, you know, spice things up a little bit. So here we are. This is the big one. I mean, this has to be an aeroid, right? It has to be. It has. Ooh! Wow. Look at that. Now, this is a keeper. You know how I'm always going like, oh, I've got so many plants now because of all this unboxing. I need the plants to go away. This one is not going anywhere. I love it. Oh my gosh. Go away, paper. I don't even know what it is, but I am in love. Look at that philodendron. Oh my goodness. And it's already starting, I can see you know, the formation of the area roots starting over there. This is obviously, I think it's a climber. I don't know this plant at all. Let me read it out if I can read it. This is a Philodendron callosum, species ptarianum. Ptarianum. Philodendron callosum. I'll stop there before I hurt myself. But oh my gosh, look at how beautiful this plant is. It is really, really amazing. Now, this is a slightly bigger plant. And for bigger plants, I always tend to be a little bit more nervous when I'm doing the transition to semi-hydro. And especially when I really, really want that plant to do well, I love to use the long method for that because it allows the plant to develop roots that are used to living in the hydro environment. And when I then move that plant from that hydroponic medium, which is just the nutrient solution, my special sauce, which is Clonix Clone Solution and Root Zone, and I move that to the Leca, it adapts so much better is what I find. I'll show you an example of one plant that I did very recently. So this one is my Philodendron Congo Nuclear. This is a plant I got from one of my mystery plant unboxings. I think it was Nursery to You. Oh my gosh, I can't remember now. But this plant came to me really big, and I put it in the long method first before I put it in the Leca clay balls. And so for this plant, when I came back at 30 days, it actually wasn't living in Leca. It was living in a nutrient solution. I then moved it to the Leca at that 30-day point. But I just want to show you how that has now just become such a successful thing. Look at the roots on that plant. Just look at them. Look. The plant is doing so well. There's a new leaf coming through there. And bear in mind, this is actually winter in Melbourne. It's freezing. It was like 8 degrees Celsius this morning. And it lives there. That's where it lives, just underneath some grow lights. And that is it. There's no temperature control at all. And there's actually, hang on, let me show you. See, one of the roots is coming up from the pot, actually going up. This plant is happy. And I think that is what I'm going to do for this plant as well. I might do the exact same thing. And, you know, it will probably be okay if I did the direct method. It really would. But I don't want to risk it. I do not want to risk it for that biscuit. I just want this plant to be beautiful. And so I am going to do the long method here. So when I come back at 30 days, that plant is going to be sitting in my nutrient solution. What will be good though is at that point, you will see what a plant looks like that's been doing the long method at 1 month's time. And at that point, I'm hoping I'll be able to show you the things that I look for when I decide, okay, long method, that's long enough for you. You are going straight into Leca now. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So that's what was in the box. But this is where it actually gets interesting because we're not stopping at an unboxing. Every single one of these is going to go into semi-hydroponics, and I am going to transition the whole lot. I will try and stick to Habit Mineral Blend where I can, and that one is going to go into the long method. So this is where the real test begins. Same method, semi-hydroponics, different plants, and we're going to find out together which of these plants take to semi-hydro and which methods work for me. I'm giving them 30 days. In 30 days, I'm coming back, the same plants, and I will show you exactly how each one responded, roots and all. So don't treat this as the end, treat it as a day 0. If you don't want to wait for the verdict, the full transition, every step, every plant, that video can be found at thelecaqueen.com. If you want to follow along and see all the parts that don't make it onto YouTube, that's where you'll find that video. And if this is your first mystery unboxing with me, it's not the only one. I've unboxed boxes from lots of growers, everyone a different gamble, and they're all waiting for you in one place. The full mystery plant box series is linked in the description below and right here. So go and see which plants survived and which ones broke my heart.